What's going on, everybody? Back again to sort of wrap up the Bills preseason, even though at the time of making this video, there's one preseason game to go, but the starters usually don't play too much in the last preseason game, so I figured I'd do it now. Whatever. Anyway, the Bills 1-2 so far in the preseason, coming off a win in overtime against Jacksonville. Talk about what we liked, what we didn't like from all three games, actually. Let's just start with Chicago. What did you like? Merriman, obviously, right? Guy's got 9 plays and 2.5 sacks. I'm not too concerned that he hasn't played since. It's the same with like Parrish and everybody else. I'm just not really worried about it. These guys just don't want to practice. I mean, they just want to get to the regular season. They might be hurt a little bit, but I think they might exaggerate it. And if they're not, then I just hope they're ready for September 11th. That's all it is. But yeah, Merriman, Darius even looked pretty good. Darius was eating up defenders for Merriman to come running through, which is just awesome. Mind you, the Bears' offensive line is just terrible. But regardless, we had 9 sacks. I mean, did we have 9 sacks last season? Didn't feel like it. What else did we like? Not the offense. Offense was pretty bad. Mind you, the starters put up the 3 points in the couple drives they had, but just didn't look in sync at all. I don't know, minus Evans, obviously, for the first time in 7 years. Just, you could tell Donald Jones isn't ready to be a number 2. And I don't think he plays well as a number 2. He just doesn't look like a good route runner, doesn't look like he gets in and out of his cuts that well. I like him as a 4 or a 5. Similar to Roscoe, doesn't have the speed, but he's agile. He's just not a route runner. That said, I like the way Easley played the other night against Jacksonville. Obviously, he had 5 catches, had a touchdown, which was a perfectly thrown ball. I was standing right behind it. I thought it was going to get picked. But it didn't. Good play. And I think Easley, despite this essentially being his rookie year, because he missed all last season, and he hasn't been in training camp too much, looks all right. Looks like he might be able to contribute this year, which they need, obviously. Some other receiver to step it up. But the protection in the first 2 games was just, it was okay in the first game against Chicago. Awful, just awful in the second game against Denver. And after the first 2 games, I think most Bills fans were thinking, oh, here we go again. Here's 0-16 or whatever. But it's preseason. So let's keep that in mind. This is preseason. Even when the Bills win, they come back, they show something, and they come back and win against Jacksonville. Yeah, that's great. They got to know what it's like to win, I guess. But it's still preseason. When was the last time at the end of a season, let's say let's just say at the end of last year, I don't know what the Jets did in preseason last year because I don't pay attention that much. But the Jets lost the AFC Championship game again, and nobody was like, wow, if the Jets just had a good preseason, they might have been able to get through this. If so-and-so would have just had a better preseason, maybe this wouldn't have happened. I mean, that's just the way it is, guys. It's just preseason. Anyway, video's going to run pretty short this week because I got to go. Don't have a lot of time this week. Going away, Labor Day weekend. Guys, I'm in section 221 and 222 as an usher this year at Ralph Wilson Stadium. So if you're coming, let me know. All right? Sorry the video couldn't be longer. but I'm going to be back next week to preview week 1. All right? So I look forward to that. Season's almost here, guys, all right? Get ready for it. Go Bills.